Okay, let's get her started here, you guys. Thank you all so much for attending the webinar. The ones who are live here, if you're getting a recording, thanks for getting the recording. Darko's with me here, of course. I'm Vic Noble. I think most of you know me, but if not, that's who I am. I started our Coaches Corner service back in 2006, and been running it ever since. But just before we get started, I need to put this out here. This is the disclaimer. It's important. We never, ever want anybody to get hurt trading. You shouldn't. There's no reason why you should get financially clobbered by trading. The products referenced at this site are analytical tools only, are not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performances do not guarantee future results. Trading currencies involves substantial risk, and there's also the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations being made that these products and any associated advice or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. Never, ever use anything other than risk capital for trading. All right. That's the old broker in me. I was a futures broker for 5.5 years, and boy, did they drill this stuff into our heads constantly. So I'm here with Darko, and he is the handsome man on the left, and I'm the aging man on the right. It's better than the alternative, though, right? And as you know, this webinar is all about long-term trading, which is mostly swing trading and maybe some position trading as well. Darko will get into that. If you're someone who would like to trade, but maybe you just don't have the time, or you have a job, or some other circumstances, what you're going to see here today is just a great way to be able to trade, but in a very stress-free way. Okay, so oh, and by the way, I stuck this slide in here because when I was going to bed last night, I got a text from Darko, and I don't know if you saw our YouTube video recently where Darko had gained 1,500 pips. Like, this is since last Tuesday. I might be off by a day, but so we're talking about a week. And last night he texted and said those trades are now up 1,630 pips, and then they're all recorded in advance. Like, that's what he does with his pre-market analysis. So I thought that was, and I put it up here. I'll be the first to say, that doesn't mean you're going to get all 1,630 pips, or because everybody handles their trades differently. But just to see what's available in there, like it's pretty impressive. This is Darko, of course. And Darko runs our longer term trading service, and he's going to provide you with enough information that you'll definitely be able to determine whether or not this is a style of trading that would be, interesting to you or beneficial to you, and something that you want to pursue more. And just before we get Darko on here, I'll just say something briefly here for those that don't know him. You'll find Darko to be a real straight shooter. If you've been in the service, that's true. There's no BS. There's no sugarcoating. There's no ducking the fact that we're going to have losing trades. He'll show those just as readily as he'll show a winning trade. He doesn't hype anything. Just none of the stuff that's, I think it's just all too common on the internet these days. People can just post whatever they want, and it's just misleading. So we are very, very, very well aware of how important expectations are when you join our service. So you'll find us to be very transparent and as truthful about trading as we possibly can be, just so that you get started off on the right foot. Darko fits the profile of all of these things, which is the big reason why he was brought on as our lead coach back in November of 2017, and he's just a great analyst. So yeah, I'm gonna move this along quickly here. Everybody's got stuff to do, and we're all busy. We're gonna get Darko on here right now. So Darko, if you are ready, I'm gonna hand over the screen to you. Let me see now. I gotta figure out where I do that. There we go. There you go, and there you go. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I assume that you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can, and you can hit F5 if you want and make it. Sure. There you go.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Got it.
Thank
I'll
you,
mute
Vic.
my mic.
Yeah, thank you. Hi everyone, Darko here, and first and foremost, thank you everyone for joining the webinar today, and also a big thank you for those who are listening to the recording. As you all know, my name is Darko. I'm a lead coach for the long-term service. Before I get started, so I just want to share with you our social media resources. So make sure that you follow us on YouTube. We are posting videos of trades and any other trading related stuff that we are doing in our service. Both services, the scalping service, the short-term service and the long-term service. This is also our podcast, and I actually just checked before the before the webinar, so to see if we are still ranked #1 in the world as the most popular podcast when you search for Forex or trading. And thankfully we are still #1 in the world, which is very humbling. And we didn't see this coming when we started the podcast. I think it was like just more than one year ago. So we are very thankful for all the support and love that you guys and girls have been giving us, and we hopefully do our best, and you guys and girls will support us in the future as well. So make sure that you listen to the podcast. And this one is, you will hear about my story, like how everything started, all the mistakes, and my entire journey from basically day one to where I'm today. And obviously Vic is recording some of the podcasts as well. If you don't follow me on LinkedIn yet, make sure that you do so. Just search for Darko Ali and you should be able to find me, and I will be more than happy to have you on my connection list. So make sure that you add me as well. This is our Facebook. Just search for FX Coaches Corner. And we're same with every other social media resources like Twitter. Also search for FX Coaches Corner. We will be posting on Twitter. It's more like motivational stuff, and on Facebook and YouTube it's more like the trading related videos and such. And here's also all the links. You can just pause the recording and watch the links for all the social media resources. And LinkedIn, I started being active for basically maybe four months ago or something, and I went basically from 0 connections to now I'm up almost 1,900 connections, which I'm very, very thankful for. And none of this would have happened if Vic and Forex Mentor didn't believe in me for 4 years ago, because 4 years ago nobody knew who Darko was, and now 4 years later I'm able to live my dream and be a lead coach and help people around the world and give back to the community. And none of this would be possible if Vic and Forex Mentor didn't believe in me for 4 years ago when no one else did. So, and this is an important message: never ever forget who actually helped you in hard times. First and foremost, I was a student of Vic for since 2011. And I was, a struggling trader for a decade, and then in November 2017, I was, honored to work for Vic and be a lead coach for his service. And we all took a risk. They took a risk to work with me, and I didn't, I didn't see this coming, and nobody did. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity that Vic and Forex Mentor have given me, and we will be working together for for the rest of our lives. So I'm looking forward to see things evolving in the future. So let's go to the charts that I will. So what I will be doing today is I will show you one losing trade. Okay, and then I will show you a couple of winning trades, and then I will ask you guys and girls to pick any pair of that you want that you see on the listing here. So basically, any pairs you see, just just pick a pair, and I will do a full top-down analysis. There will be no cheating involved, and I will tell you exactly what I will be waiting for, and just tell you everything from scratch. So, so what we are doing in my service is, let me just grab the pen for you. I need to, let's see here, how can I choose the color here? Black, perfect. So there were like several ways of approaching the market. So I will just categorize that as 3 options. So option number 1 is when we have a natural stop. And if you don't understand these, the terminology that I'm using, don't worry about it, because everything is explained within the content on the website. So if this is like a foreign language for you when I'm using these expressions, don't worry about it. If you join the service, everything will be explained in great detail. So the first one is natural stop, and this is something that Vic taught me for, like, I don't know, since 2011. And this is when we have a natural stop on a daily chart, okay, or within the 4-hour chart, which is my entry time frame. Once we have that, then we don't necessarily wait for another pattern. So we just take that trade. If we have a natural stop, we are okay with. The second option is we are waiting for a daily or a weekly ACAT, okay? Once price hits a level of support or resistance, in this case support, okay? And the third option is we wait for an intra-week opportunity. That means we will see a swing break rotation or a set and forget. So set and forget or swing break rotation on the 4-hour chart, okay? And that is an intra-week opportunity. So these are basically what we are waiting for, and I'm drilling this every single day in the PMAs, Monday to Friday, without any exceptions. I'm showing the levels on the 27 pairs that we are, Forex pairs that we are watching, monitoring on daily basis. From time to time, I also cover oil and gold and other commodities and indices, just to mix things up when there's nothing going on within the Forex pairs, okay? And what we are doing, basically, the 4-hour chart is my lowest time frame for entry. Daily and 4-hour is the entry time frame. So this is what we are waiting for happening on daily basis. So the first losing trade we had, or the only losing trade we had so far this month, if I'm not mistaken, I don't, I'm the last one on earth that want to mislead anyone. Will we make 1,600 pips every single month? Absolutely no. This is actually, long-term trading is, I was a day trader for my entire, trading life. So since the pandemic broke out, I realized that, I want to just go up to long-term trading, because that fits my lifestyle much more better than short-term trading. So long-term trading is something new to me, and the approach is the same. So it doesn't matter if you're micro scalping or position trading. The way I read price is the exact same thing. The only thing is that I went from being a day trader to a swing trader and position trader. So no, these results are not to be expected every month. And this is the thing with long-term trading. You could be waiting for days and weeks and nothing is happening, basically, and you have to be okay with that. And all of a sudden, all of the pairs are moving, and you need to be there to pick these moves. So yeah, it's a different type of mindset that you need to be okay with. So let's go and cover this trade in great detail. Okay, so the way I read advanced market flow, the price, in this case, I saw this high was higher than this high. Okay, price went down, made a higher low. Okay, and then the probability when that happens is price is making a higher high. Okay, so I'm marking this level. This is a monthly significant neckline. Okay, and this is also a weekly significant neckline, and this is also a daily. Let me just show you that quickly. This is also a daily significant neckline. So we have monthly, weekly, and daily, which is a triple neckline. What we also have in here is price were like ranging for days, and then we had a breakout. Okay, and you see that breakout very, very clearly. There was nothing in there. We within long in here with a low stop loss, neither in this one in here. And now all of a sudden price makes a higher low or double bottoming, and then make a higher close. We have some background space. This is like a clear school example breakout on a daily chart, on a 4-hour charts and everything. And this was a pending order. We got filled within this candle in here. Okay, and this was a full loss. There was no opportunity for us to mitigate any risk or take something out or anything. So this was a full loss, and a full loss for us is we are risking 0.5% of our account on any given trades. And if we have any trades with the same currency in it, it doesn't need to be the base currency, but the same currency in it, then we risk expose, and that is we divide the risk by 2. Okay, and that is explained in great detail within the content. So I won't be covering those small details in here. So in this case, we had a losing trade. That happens. And the thing with any services, or at least with my service, is that I'm doing everything live, and this is unique for my service. And it's also, you will see me dealing with losing streaks. Then that happens. So the same way we are making that many pips, there will be time where actually when I'm pointing out trades and most of them is not working out. And therefore you need to be a very skilled risk manager, and risk management and trade management. Once you know how to master the risk management, then the trading, losing trade doesn't bother you, because you don't necessarily take a full loss every single time. There are times, most of the times, it's actually very seldom we take a full loss. Usually we have an opportunity to reduce loss, or take something out and be as close to break even as possible on as many trades as we take. And there are times where there is no way you could do anything, and those times are not that often. And when people ask, like, I don't call myself a trader, I'm a risk manager, and that's a huge difference. Okay, so once you understand that, if you want to search for the holy grail of trading, it is risk management and trade management. Okay, so let's go to AJ. This was one of the winning trades, or the trades, and I always start with the monthly chart, and that's super important. So by starting with the monthly chart, I need to see that, hey, how do we read price? This is something that I talked about in November 2017. This part has never changed. Okay, so we see that this high is higher than this high. So that means the 80-20 probability is that we will at some point we make a higher low and a higher high. And once we have a higher high, higher close, the probability is we make another higher low and another higher high. Okay, either by wicks or by closing above it. So if that's the case, where do I enter? Well, in this case, price comes down into a very significant neckline, and we have rules for what is a significant neckline within the content to identify those properly. Okay, price retraces back into support. We have a bullish monthly candle action. I have a price action reading school. Actually, let me just show you that while I'm speaking. And this is what you will be looking for when you are joining the service. We have the quick members guide, okay, with all the videos in here explaining everything in great detail. This alone, the price action, this is a university. So this is, everything is explained in great detail. So this alone is, I would say, I wish I had access to this 15 years ago. It would have saved me a fortune, literally a fortune. Okay. So everything is explained in great detail. So we have a monthly pin bar reversal, which is one of the candlestick formation that I'm looking for. Okay. Now for the next coming month, price is giving me a weekly higher high, higher close. It's a daily higher high, higher close. Okay. Then I'm looking for a place where price could retrace to, and obviously everything that I'm saying right now, once you join, you can go back and listen to the recording before we got filled, not after the fact. So I marked this level before price hits that level. This was a monthly significant neckline, which is also a weekly significant neckline in here. Okay. And now we have a natural stop that I'm okay with. Price got us filled in here. Okay. And it was an instant reaction. So you just said, you know what? Good. Perfect. And then this happens. Now, all of a sudden, things doesn't look good, because as long as we are making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, well, this doesn't look very bullish, right? And this is the thing with trading. I would say trading is like 90% mental, 10% is the price action reading skills. What I trade, I can teach you that within a couple of hours. That's not a rocket science. The hard part of trading is actually to master your mind, and that part is I'm telling you step by step how to do things properly, and I'm also talking about the mental issues that you might be facing as a trader, and I mix that within the PMA by how your brain is playing games with you, and when you exit a trade pretty early and you scale your trades to death, the winning ones, and then when you take full losses, and then you're like kicking yourself, revenge trading, chasing price, and all the stuff that I did for a decade until I realized that something was wrong. So, and this is the thing with trading. You either just trade something that you believe. It doesn't necessarily need to be my system or Vic's system. Whatever system you are trading, if you don't believe in it, if it doesn't make sense to you, I don't care how good that system is, you will fail. So you need to find someone that actually the way they trade resonates with you as a person. That's super important. That's why I was with Vic for many, many years, because the way he traded, it made sense to me. Okay. So, and this is super important. And I say it doesn't necessarily need to be with us. So you need to believe. And this is the thing with trading. If you trade a system that you don't believe in, you always find a reason why this system is not working. And once you look for a reason it's not working, you will find a reason why it's not working. And then you just justify your losing trades. And then after a while, you just say, you know what, this stuff doesn't work. And you just jump system. And that's the never ending cycle that I talked about in my podcast. Okay. So in this specific case, the risk were around 150 pips. So this one, the lowest point in here, and then you add 20 pips. Okay. And that was 150 pips. And this trade is currently, it was up at some point over 200 pips. Okay. And you just need to have faith. It's just either it's not working or it's working. And we also have rules when price is establishing against you. If you don't know what establish is, it is explained in great detail within the content. There is specific rules when things are going against you, how you can mitigate your losses. Okay. So this was the one of the winning trade. The next one was Swiss yen. Okay. Swiss yen, you will hear a repetition of everything that I'm showing you. It is at some point when you join the service, I will sound like a broken record. In this specific case, price is trending to the upside, the same way we did Euro Swissy, the same way we did Aussie yen, the same way we are doing Swiss yen. It's the exact same approach. Price is correcting. Okay. These were the levels we were watching the first time. Like, hey, this is a level that price might go back to. It's like 4 significant necklines around the same level. Sorry, let me just grab the pen again. I just give me 1 sec to erase everything and then go show you the level that we were looking for in here, which was before these 4 levels. This one in here is a significant neckline. If that was not enough, the level that I was watching was actually these 2 necklines on a weekly chart. Okay, so I said, hey, price is in an uptrend on a monthly and weekly. Okay, I'm interested in this level. I don't necessarily need to wait for a pattern within the pattern, because this is already a breakout. Price pulls back. This is a weekly set and forget. Okay, so I saw, hey, do I have a natural stop in here to the left to enter this trade? So I don't need to just put a pending order in here. That's as an option number 1. And I have a natural stop that I'm okay with. So we had a pending order in here. Price went right through that level. Okay, we almost got stopped out. So if I mark the natural stop in here, we almost like double bottom. And this is the thing with trading. If you get panicked, well, then it's game over. You need to have faith, and you need also to read price on the 4-hour charts. Once price is establishing against you, then you can like risk reduce. In this specific case, we couldn't risk reduce because price went as low as the almost the previous bottom. Okay, and then at some point price started making higher lows and higher highs, and the risk on this trade was 95 pips. And this is now up from the entry in here where price went. That's almost like, yeah, 190 pips. So that's a huge win. And this is the thing with trading. You know, if people within this candle in here, this is blood red and it's just going down, 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 almost got stopped out. Most people panic, exit, and then they see 190 pips going in, you know, in their direction without them in it. That's when you start chasing price and doing the mistakes. Don't be afraid of losing trades. Losing trades is a part of trading. And it's also, you know, do not expect these results every single month or any, you know, we never know the outcome. We can only trade what the market is giving us. And in this specific case, it happens to be, I would say, the best trading month for the past 15 years. So this is you know, not a common results for every single month. No, I have never, you know, my analysis had never generated in 1,600 pips in 1 week or 2 weeks. So, but I do believe in long-term trading, and this is something that comes from a huge, you know, endless of hours of backtesting. When I actually saw, you know, when I was a day trader, like how many times do I actually catch the meat of the market, like these big, huge moves. You know, when you are trading, like when I was a day trader, I always like, you know, within this candle, I might catch some of the pips, but never, you know, the bigger moves. And this is a different story, and this is a different way of approaching the market. It needs, you know, you need to be very, you know, hands off and be patient. And this suits me very good because if you have kids, you know, whatever obligation you have, jobs, and maybe you have a life, you didn't need to have a kids or anything. Just like you have lots of obligation. I don't want to spend 18 hours a day or 12 hours a day sitting at my office to make pips. And to be dead honest with you, I'm making the exact same amount of money now when I'm spending like an hour at my office than I did 12, sometimes 18 hours a day. It's the exact same amount of percentage. Sometimes I'm actually doing more when I'm spending less time in front of my charts. Most people think that I have some clients like say, hey, Darko, I need to be a short-term trader, or I need to be a scalper in order to trade because I need to make more money. Well, just because you are a short-term trader doesn't necessarily mean that you are making more money. And I'm not saying that short-term trading is, you know, bad or good or anything. I was a short-term trader for all the years. I'm just telling you, just because you are short-term trading, that doesn't guarantee you that you are making more money because you are taking more trades. Taking more trades meaning you are taking more risks. So the outcome could be the same, and that's where I experienced that. Actually, I'm you know, doing my certain amount of percentage the same way I did, you know, for all the 4 years as a stage 4 trader that I'm doing for the past, you know, whatever amount of months that is when I went from day trading to long-term trading. Okay. So what I did just before the webinar is I uploaded today's PMA that I did today for my clients, you know, today, the 29th of September. So today's pre-market analysis is actually on the CC Starter. If you are not a member of CC Starter, I can ask Vic to kindly post the link for CC Starter to sign up, and that's completely for free. I'm not trying to sell you anything. That's completely for free. So you can watch today's PMA. I'm showing you all the trades that we are in, the risk, the potential. I'm also showing you actually a couple of pending orders that we have in the market right here, right now. So if you are not a member of a, you know, CC Starter, make sure that you sign up, and it's completely for free. There's no obligation or anything. We are posting 1 PMA per week, and there you go. That's the link. Sign up. It's for free. It doesn't cost you anything, and you can watch and listen to today's PMA, and you will see all these trades in great detail, and also a couple of pending orders that is pending in the market right now. So now I need to ask you, guys and girls, to choose any pair you want. You know, the first one that I see, I just take a top-down analysis for you and show you exactly what I want to, you know, what I'm waiting for. So just type any pair that you see in here, and I will do a top down for you. So I'm waiting for any answers. Is anyone awake? I'm drinking some water in here. Pound yen, the beast. Pound yen. Let's go to pound yen. Let's see here. Let's start with the monthly chart. Okay. Let me grab the pen for you. Okay. So price is double bottoming in here. Okay, we are with double topped in here as well. Price made a lower high, a higher low, and a higher high. So this leg in here took out this high, took out this high, took out this high. If I'm not mistaken, let me grab my cursor in here. It took out this high as well. So this is clearly going up, and now we are in a correction mode. So now the same way we did Euro Swissy, Aussie yen, Swissy yen, we will be doing pound yen. Okay. So now we need to wait. Like, hey, I'm marking this significant neckline in here. Okay. I'm marking the significant neckline. Did we touch that level perfectly? No. And this significant neckline monthly is also a weekly significant neckline. Okay. So now you have a monthly level, you have a weekly level. Price is just hovering in here. So now you need to look, hey, I'm interested in this level. Price did not hit that level. We have an very, very strong neckline. Okay. Can I enter this trade as a pending order? Yes, you can, if you have a natural stop. Now you need to look left. Is this a natural stop? Well, yes, it looks better on a 4-hour chart. So if I go to my 4-hour chart in here, you will see that we actually have a natural stop in here, this low in here. You could use these ones as well, but this one is a bit higher, so I will use this one because this is the lowest one. So this will be your risk. Okay, that's approach number one. There are, like I said, there are 3 ways to entering the market. You wait for a natural stop, and you can use this as a pending order. Okay. There are types of traders, they don't believe in, they don't want to take a trade when price is just, retracing to that level. They want to wait for an extra confirmation. Well, then you are an option number 2 trader. That means price hits this level, then you wait for a weekly or a daily ACAT. That's option number 2 type of trader. And there is option number 3 type of trader, which is, hey, when price hits this level, I want to go down to my 4-hour charts, and I'm looking for a set and forget or a swing break rotation. And if you are a struggling trader, the biggest mistake you can do is to trade all 3 ways of approaching the market. And we had lots of ways of approaching the market. I narrow things down to only 3 of them to make things easier for people. And once you see the same steps every single day, when I see option number 1 trading opportunity, I point that out. When I see an option number 2 trading opportunity, I point that out. And the same for the number 3. And you only need to pick one of these. And once you listen to the steps that I'm giving you, now you see the magic happening for yourself. The biggest mistake you can do is to do all 3 of them, overwhelm yourself, and then you think that just because you trade all 3 of them, you will make more money. It's actually on the contrary. When you are all over the place, you lose your entire account. Once you do one thing, and you will become the best in the world doing that one thing. Okay, I usually joke with Vic and tell him, I'm very happy that I'm not that smart enough to overcomplicate things. Okay, I just keep some simple steps. I follow these simple steps, and it's working perfectly fine. Once things are too advanced or too fancy, I'm not smart enough to figure out how to do overcomplicated things. I like it simple. So just do one thing, do it properly, become the best in the world doing it, and that's when you make yourself a fortune. Okay, so that's basically option number 1, 2, or 3. So depending which option you choose, this is definitely a level I will be watching. We were watching this level in here. This is also a weekly level. The thing with weekly levels and monthly levels, these levels are respected. Price hits the first level in here, gives you a pin bar reversal. there are, you know, an entry opportunity in here. But now as something is happening, price is making lower highs and lower lows, or at least lower highs. Okay, so price is probably heading down into this monthly and weekly significant neckline. Okay, price could also go down to another level in here. This is only a monthly level. Okay, there's another weekly level in here, and you might say, but Darko, how do I know which level will be holding? Well, the answer is you don't. This is the thing with trading. We have no idea which level is closest to price. Well, this level in here is closest to where price is right here, right now. So if this is going down, this is where the entry will be with a low stop loss. If you are option number one trader, or you wait for an extra confirmation, or you wait for a 4-hour swing break rotation. That's basically it. So I just pick every single pair. I start with the monthly chart. Are we trending up or down or sideways? Okay, what do I see happening within the monthly chart? And then I convert these levels into weekly levels. Okay, and then I wait for, I look left to see if I have, once I mark these levels, I look for natural stops. If the answer is yes, I have a pending order for option number one. If I don't have a natural stop, well, I have no other choices than, you know, wait for another trade or wait for an option number two, like a daily or a weekly ACAT, or a 4-hour swing break rotation, or set and forgets. Sometimes the natural stop is too wide, like it's like 250 or 300 pips. Well, then you can write down a game plan, like if my natural stop is this certain amount of pips, I can allow myself to wait for this and that option. And writing down your game plan is something that I actually talk a lot about, because some people ask me, hey, Darko, is this a valid trade? Well, I have no idea if this is a valid trade for you. Send me your game plan, and I will tell you if that's a valid trade. But no, Darko, is this a valid trade for you? Well, in which way will that make you a trader? Like, because I've been doing this for 15 years. Like, how can you compare yourself to someone who's actually, you know, spending 25,000 hours, you know, live screening the charts and journaling things? Like, what is your game plan? Like, what is you're looking for? Because if I tell you this is a valid trade, then you take that trade, and if it's a winning trade, now you're a hero. If this becomes a losing trade, now it's my fault. So you need to have your own game plan. Like, what do I wait for? What is my game plan? And then I can tell you if that's a valid trade or not. I can show you stuff like, hey, this is how just like I did this pound yen, this is what I see. So I just gave you those three options, where to look for those three options. So which option you choose, that's up to you. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. Before I give the mic to Vic, I just want to give some final comments about my service. Some typed about signals. No, I'm not providing any signals. This is not an alert service. I'm not telling you exactly where to enter, where to put your stop loss, and where your TP1, TP2 is. I'm doing those in an educational purpose. I show you samples of trades where I show you this is how we enter a trade, this is where you put your stop loss, and this is where you could look for targets. But I'm not giving you the numbers. The numbers that's up to you. And no, it's not a call service. It's not an alert service. My job is to educate you how to read price and write down your own game plan. And this is more a hands-off type of person. If you're looking for, you know, more like hand-holding through the entire process, then my service is not, you know, the type of service that you're looking after. It's more like, you know, everything is within the content. Everything I teach is on the website. It will take you several months to go through the content, you know, several times, type notes, and, you know, be that student. Take this seriously. Most people quit within the first 1 to 3 months, because that's where, you know, your feelings is like super overwhelming. This is a new a new way for you to read price, and it might, you know, look like a foreign language. I have clients like been trading for 15 years now sending me private message and say, hey, Darko, I didn't know that I knew so little about trading after 15 years of doing this. So you have to reset and just do things properly. And I usually say this in a very humble and respectful way. this is your last service. If you don't make it in here, I can almost guarantee you that you don't make it anywhere else either. Because what I'm doing is working in the live market. I have a reputation on stake. I would never mislead you or, you know, trick you, or everything I do is very transparent. I'm being honest since day one, because if I lie to you one time, it could take me like 4 years to build my reputation. If I do one mistake, or like on purpose, like I just, you know, mislead you one time, you will never trust me again. So don't expect any miracles. This is a service that's actually helping people. I changed many people's lives. So what I do works in real time. Just don't expect me to do everything for you. I can teach you everything that I know. I can help you with everything I know. But the thing is that you need to do the hard work. And if you are the type of person that wants everything like me serving you everything, you will be very disappointed. So I'm just trying to be upfront and honest, so you don't, you know, pay for the service and then, yeah, you know, you didn't say this and that, and don't expect these results every single week and month, because that's not going to happen. And you know, the chat room is for internal use by members. If you want to get a hold of me, you send me an email and I will get back to you within 24 hours on the weekdays. So if you send an email like after London lunch on Friday, I will get back to you the next coming Monday. And the chat room is like, I'm alerting you when I post the PMAs, or if there's an update on the website or anything. So the chat room is basically mainly for members only, among the members only. And like I said, this is a trading university. If you are dead serious about your trading, which few people are, most people are just playing around. Which type of trader you are, that's up to you. I'm just telling you that if you join my service, the first 3 months you will be like, oh my gosh, what is this? And then after 3 months, I will sound like a broken record. And after a while, you will see the magic happening for your own trading. Is there any guarantees that you will become a stage 4 trader? No. There are no guarantees. Most people jump around, jump system. It depends on your personality and how well. I usually joke and say, you know, my best clients are those who are, you know, have big ears and small mouth. And that's obviously I'm joking, right? But there's also some, you know, some thinking behind that. You know, like if you listen to what I say and, you know, not try to prove me wrong every single time you have a losing trade, you will see what I'm trying to teach. Okay, hope that makes sense. Hopefully this sounds interesting for you, and let us know if you have any questions. I will be here until the end, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much for listening, and over to Vic.
Smashing. Thanks, Darko. All good. Yeah, you can flip it over to me now. Oh, I'll do it. Never mind. I got it right here. There. No. There. Can you guys see my screen now, or Darko or Vic or somebody? Tell me. My cursor moving? Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. So that's the wrap up from here. So, you know, I think Darko pretty much covered a few things I was going to mention. I wanted to show that website though, and I'm glad he did, because there's such great information in there. You know, it doesn't matter even what kind of a trader you are. I don't care if you're a scalper or you're a day trader, whatever it is. That price action reading applies to any kind of trading. So it's very, very good. Darko did a lot of work to put that all together. Believe me, it just he's quite a workhorse anyway. And then you get the PMA videos every single day, right, showing potential trades, setups, and but it's a, you know, for somebody that needs something longer term, that's just a great way to go. It's a more relaxed approach to trading. So let me just move on here to what I had to say at the end here. Yeah, Darko and I and Forex Mentor have really, you know, strived to provide top level trading services at a reasonable price, because it's just, you know, a huge part of our mission is just to help traders develop into stage 4 traders, but to do it in a not in a reckless way, you know, because it won't happen. That's not a stage 4 trader. Just to do it safely and in a controlled way, taking on as little risk as possible. That's really important. Darko talked about mitigating risk if things go against you. That's important to do. Like, try not to take full losses if price is not doing what it's supposed to do. This is just a perfect way to go if you're looking for a way of trading that is consistent and quite objective. I say quite objective because there's nothing 100% objective, because there's always going to be little situations that come up where we can't be totally objective. Like, that's trading, but that's rare when that happens. Pretty rare anyway. I mean, for the most part, it's very objective, and that's a good thing I think for everybody. So, and it's like anything else that you want to get good at. It boils down to your commitment level, how badly you want to learn this. Those are the variables that are going to determine how long it's going to take you to get up to speed. Because we get this all the time. How long is it going to take me to learn this? We can never give you an exact answer to that kind of a question, because we have no control over what people do with the information. You know, how much time they put in or anything like that. Some people get up to speed incredibly quickly. It's pretty amazing. Others just take longer. I mean, Darko took 10 years, you know, but he didn't have these resources either. This is like a way, I mean, this is we believe anyway, a really way to fast track this whole thing. But yeah, it's just going to be ultimately up to each person how much they put in. It just takes time. And if you have the right mindset going into this, you're going to get on your way very quickly and just get up to speed more rapidly than not. And along the way, listen, we're running this service here to help people. You're going to be given support. You're going to be given every opportunity to move your trading to a new level. That's exactly what this is all about. Okay. Trading is something that we're really passionate about. I've been running this thing since 2006, so I'm in my 16th year coming up here doing this. But it's also a business for us. There's no getting around that. It is. That's what we do. We put a lot into it, far more than most people realize. Just a quick example. You know, these daily pre-market analysis videos, the price action reading school that Darko's got, that's a huge amount of work to put that together. And that's fine. That's what we do. But what we do, if we set the cost of entry very, very low, you can go different ways. You can charge a big price and just have a few people as members, or you can make it more affordable for more people. And that's the route that we've taken on this. Hey, go look around on the internet. We encourage people to do it. Go find a similar service. First of all, you probably won't ever find one because of our uniqueness. But even if you do, have a look. We're confident and believe that our value, especially for the cost of it, is second to none. It really, I really believe it is, because we looked around, and we'd love to have you join our community of traders. So, on to it. If you go to our Forex Mentor website right now and you go to the Coach's Corner site, these are the prices that you're going to see. These are the monthly prices. So, like, you can see Darko's position and swing trading service here, and then I have a day trading scalping service over here. There's more short-term trading. And then this is if some people want to take on both, okay? And then this is the yearly rates that are on our site right there, okay? So that's what's posted on our site. But we are going to be offering this really deeply discounted pricing of $747 for the entire year, okay? You can do the math. I think it works out to like, let me just tell you right here, because I didn't do it here, but I'll tell you, I think it's about $60 a month, 747 divided by 12, $62 a month, right? I can tell you for sure that it is not going to get any cheaper than this, okay? And that's it. I mean, it just, that's where it's going to stay at. And I know that maybe it's something new for a lot of people, making a commitment like that, and you're just a little bit hesitant to join for the year. We've told other people that have asked about that is that what you could do is join for the monthly price of $97, or $147 for both the short term and long term. And after a month, if you like what you see, what we can do is apply that monthly payment, like the 97 or whatever, to the special discount, so you'll just owe the balance. You know what I mean? Okay. And any questions about that, don't contact me or don't contact Darko. You gotta contact our back office, because Darko and I don't look after subscriptions, no matter for any kind of questions. Okay. Vic Young is the guy that does that. He does a great job. So hopefully that works out for you. I got to tell you something here, and this is just a kind of a sidebar story. When Darko was first, finding his way and searching for a way to become consistently profitable, he doesn't know I'm going to tell this story, but I got to tell you that he joined several services along the way. One of which was $300 a month, and they had lots of people paying this. It was quite popular. You know what? And Darko's been in it. The service wasn't even close to what's offered here. And I'm just telling you that just to sort of emphasize that we really do hope that you see the value in what we're doing. And by the way, just so you know, this rate here, like if you join, it's grandfathered. That means it's never going to go up. Okay, even if we increase our prices, you get grandfathered at this rate. Okay, that's the link. Actually, what I'm going to do here, I believe I have it right here, and I'm just going to post it in the room here for you guys, so that Vic, yeah, Vic Young just did it. Thanks, Vic. There's the rate. There's a link to it right there. So if that's of interest to you, then that's it. Henry, does this automatically apply for the senior, like for an existing member? You mean? I think I know what you mean. If any membership questions, yeah, okay. Just yes, it will, Henry. Just send an email to Vic Young and alert him to that, and then yeah, info@forexmentor.com. Okay. Yeah, sure, Mike. No worries. Think it over, and I hope that it works for you. And we just we enjoy what we're doing. We love the interaction with the members, and it's like really cool to see people. People like Henry. We've got other people in there as well, of course, that are stage 4 traders that are very good at applying this stuff and pulling pips out of the market. Excuse me. Joking on it. Not every time. Obviously, everybody has their losing trades, and it's just part of the deal, right? And yeah, and Henry, that's a good point. He's just saying trading is a lonely business. I'm here mainly for that. It's tough when you're sitting in a room and it's just you and your computer looking back at you, and maybe I want to bounce something off of myself or Darko, if you're in Darko service. And it's a great community. Somebody just up here typed plus, he said, yeah, plus the CC community is great. It really is. They're really nice people in there. We have a very respectful, non-intimidating atmosphere in there. We've never had anybody ever come to us and say, everybody was rude and this was terrible. We just don't allow it, and it doesn't happen. I'm really happy about that. Nuno says, I've heard in one of your YouTube videos that this is not for small accounts. What's the minimum you guys recommend? So you got to figure out, when you figure out pip risk and what percentage of your account that's going to represent on one lot, like say you're trading a micro lot. And by the way, when you start trading, trade micro lots. Just trade a couple of micro lots until you can prove to yourself that you're making money consistently. Because what's the point of putting in more of your hard-earned money when you can't make it with micro lots? It makes no sense. And I see people do it all the time. They think, if I just put more money in, I'll do better. I don't know where that thought comes from, but anyway. And then you can figure from there, I would say this. recommend risk of 0.5%. And I know some people roll their eyes at that because it's just not enough. You can risk whatever you want. I would say that when you have a smaller account, if you want to risk more, if you want to risk up to 0.75% or even 1%, go for it. Because that's when you might want to take on more risk when you have a smaller account. As your account grows, I always recommend to reduce the risk exposure of your account. So if you're at 1% and you're going along and you're starting to get the hang of it, if it's going well for you, cut it back. That's what I recommend. What everybody does, that's their own business. Okay. Henry says Darko's last PMA on risk management, a jewel. Yeah, he puts out some beauties. Hey Jay, you have something. Do you have a recommendation for Forex trading brokers? Yeah, we don't recommend any particular brokers, Jay. I happen to use FXCM here in Canada. It's run by Freebird Direct. Darko uses FXCM in the UK, but we have people using Oanda. We have people using other brokers as well. So I would we don't get into that. Do your research, check them out, make sure they're not in big trouble with the authorities, with the SEC or anything, and yeah, and then go from there. And you can also ask other traders in our room too who they're using. People are very willing to help out and say, hey, here's who I use, and I like them or I don't like them, and mostly they like them. That's why they have them. But yeah, sure. Yeah, you can always feel free to ask. Absolutely. And the other members in the room are usually very, very helpful. Okay. So I don't understand your comment, Mike. It says you can broker again. Maybe retype it. Yeah, we can use FXCM in Canada. Is that what you mean? Yeah, no, they're not in the US anymore. They're in Canada and they're in the UK, and I think they are in Australia, but I'm not sure. Maybe somebody knows, but yeah, we have them in Canada. And the nice thing in Canada, you have to check with your own jurisdiction, but in Canada, it's they're members of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund, the CIPF, and every client account is guaranteed up to $1 million insured, not guaranteed, insured up to $1 million per account by the CIPC. That's a huge, huge fund that members pay into. And so I actually had to use it. I was with FXCM with Refco. I was a broker with Refco. That's when I was a futures broker. And I had my account with them, who were an IB for FXCM. And I had my money with them, and Refco went under. And my account, my trading account, didn't lose a beat. I was able to put money in, take money out, trade, everything, because it was completely protected by the CIPF. Boy, was I ever thankful for that. So, and then it happened again with MF Global. So anyway, Kat says, have to run now, but found this webinar useful. Thanks. Oh, you're most welcome, Kat. Thank you very much for attending. Really appreciate it. Take care. Yeah, any other questions? Yeah, and if something comes up, I always tell everybody this, if something comes up after the webinar you meant to ask and you forgot or whatever, just send me an email, vicnoble@forexmentor.com. Actually, you'll see it in the when you're going to get a link to the recording, everybody here. So it just gets sent out automatically by GoToWebinar. So yeah. If I missed anything, Vic or Darko, can you think of anything I've missed that I should have said or should say? Or
no, sounds perfect, Vic.
Yeah, good. Yeah, all right. Well, listen, let's cap it at that. Let everybody go here. Get on your way with the rest of your day. Geez, that rhymes. Could become a poet here. I digress. Anyway, you guys, thank you all very, very much for attending. Yeah. Oh, nice. Good to have you back here again, Gary and Peggy. Really, really cool. And everybody, you're most welcome. Thank you. And be in touch. Thank you so much. And thanks, Darko. Excellent presentation.
Thanks, Vic.